Hello everybody, welcome back to the second match for today. And I have the special guest that I talked about here. This is Jitjuan!
Yep, I'm back
Okay,
from
so
last time.
yeah, from a long time ago. Where did you go to? Like, did you return to the motherland or something like that?
No,
and
man, I
then
went
you
back to the-
decided to grace us with your casting presence again.
Well, I went back to a long road down the solo queue MMR. I have increased by 500 MMR, so that's progress. And now I'm back here again for the FSL to see some more of these perfect
Wet flex, but cool.
DOTA. Weird flex, excuse me, 500 MMR is a lot, okay?
That is true. You sound like you have no life. But that's okay because we all probably don't either.
Yeah. Well, back to the Savage Burns as well. Well,
Yep.
that aside, I think we just witnessed a really exciting game previously with Asterix versus
versus
Brent.
Bren, that's right.
Yeah, it was a really intense game. I actually hope to see something just as similar from the previous game in this time. We have actually
Right, so in this next game we have Frosty Fire versus Pacific Pink. And these teams are, of course, they're all the top fours and they've come in through like the past 3 months of playing in the playoffs, in the group
Yeah, it's
stages.
been quite
And then now the top 4 teams, they're here in Singapore live. We're live yesterday. We're coming to you from Bounty Arena here at 1 North, and we're on, Facebook, and we're on Twitch as well, I believe. I think on YouTube as well.
I
so
think, yeah, it should be on YouTube, right? Is
I
it?
think so. I'm not sure, but yeah. So basically, this is like it's a live LAN tournament. If you are watching from home, I think you can come down here to 1 North because it's literally just right outside the MRT, and we'll be here today and tomorrow from 11 a.m. to late. I think like 7 p.m. or something like that. So the games end, And of course, today's games we'll just be playing the playoffs for sure. Okay, so it's basically a best of ones for today. 6 best of ones today. This is the second one, Frosty Fire versus Pacific Pink, and yeah, that will be. Yeah, you'll be basically Holler, Jitjuan, as well as me bringing you the game for today. Okay, so moving on into the draft now. Okay, so we're basically more or less into
The drafting stage.
we're more or less done with phase 1 already. Okay, alright, so Pacific Pink, opening Magnus PA here.
What a classic combination of Magnus PA.
That's just showing off, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it is.
we're gonna win this game, and we're gonna win it in the easiest way possible.
Yeah, but then, okay, the thing about Magnus and PA is that with these two heroes in the same lane together, it actually offers a really weak laning stage. So, of course, it's quite obvious for them to see them ban away heroes like
Could you
Bristol
try
Bell.
lane maybe? Would you
Try lane
try
with Phantom
lane?
Assassin. I don't really recommend it. Because first
okay.
of all, even if you try lane, most of the reason why you normally try lane because of the kill potential in the lane.
Ah.
But then what you really want when you lane PA and Magnus is the experience that you can get, so that you get higher levels in Empower and PA can just flash from throughout the jungle. So another classic combination, I mean, Pacific Pink, they're actually pretty ballsy here going in for the Omni Knight and the Magnus combo without banning the Invoker. Remember, one Tornado will be able to completely purge off like all
heavily
of those
graced
guys.
and
Yeah,
everything,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
So Invoker's still in the pool. He was like
But
Shadow
maybe
Demon.
they know that Frosty Fire don't play Invoker, maybe? I'm sure the
Yeah,
teams have done their
yeah.
homework here. They know what the other team is capable of, and they know like, okay, if we pick this particular lineup, it is uncounterable because they don't have the heroes in their pool. Isn't it?
Actually, yeah, that's quite true. But for Frosty 5, if I'm not mistaken, when I see them play, it's actually quite rush. I always see them always forcing those team fights, whereas Pacific Pink, they're always playing with the item timings. They always hit at a certain point. Like maybe in the laning stage they're weak, but it's always around that 25-minute mark where Pacific Pink really takes that dominance.
Okay. And they always take fights on their
Yeah,
own terms,
Pacific
I feel.
Pink. Yeah, I feel like Pacific Pink is one of those teams that's not only are they just very versatile, but at the same time they are actually able to understand their item timings, and that's why they're actually such a strong team in this series.
And so you talked about Invoker, right? You mentioned that, okay, Invoker is going to be very good against them, but what about on their team?
Vocal on Pacific Pink.
Invoker on Pacific, is it too greedy here?
I mean, if you normally, most of what heroes usually pick is like Quas Wax. I think that's the trend now.
Then yeah, that's
But
still
what
okay.
they really want is for the Empower to actually buff them.
Right.
So it's actually looking at heroes like Ember Spirit or something.
Ah, okay. So a tempo regulating kind of mid
Exactly,
that is
exactly.
melee as well, right?
Yeah, something that can fit with Pacific Pink's very regular mid-game tempo.
Okay. So they
it-
ban out the Tinker and the Queen of Pain. Normally, if you ban the Queen of Pain, is that a Razor pick?
I think, would Razor be good? I think Razor is good against Juggernaut.
Right.
But at this point of time, I think Pacific Pink's only weakness that they have to watch out for is the Will-O-Wisp. None of their heroes can really clear off that orb.
Right,
So
because
that can be
it's
an
just
issue.
one Rubik
Yeah,
here
exactly.
and 3 melee, right? So
I don't know. I think Invoker looks really good. But
Invoker looks good for Pacific Pink.
both sides. It looks
Both sides,
good for
right.
both sides, actually. The heroes
But
are...
we'll see if Frosty Fire do manage to pick up the Invoker for themselves. Because you did mention that Pacific Pink have 100% win rate on
with that
Invoker, right?
exactly.
So pick Invoker, win games.
Yeah, I mean, okay, in this so far in this series, I haven't really seen them pick up that Invoker. But this time, I mean, based on their history, they actually have a very, very outstanding record. I think they're the only team that has 100% win rate on that Invoker. So
That's nuts.
It's crazy, and I
That's
really want to see it.
insane.
It's something
Yeah.
because I myself am an Invoker player, so I'm quite excited to see
Right.
fellow Invoker players here in Singapore.
See some like piano fingers going on right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, you know, the Invoker that we know in this particular meta is very different, right?
Yes.
It's not so much piano fingers because, you know, she doesn't just rush the agonyms.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That's true.
So, very
But-
different.
Yeah, but I think the reason why most heroes go for the Cross Wax is actually because of the tempo, how fast it actually scales
Right.
throughout the game compared
Right.
to Exort, where
Okay.
you're much more greedy with the Midas and you just want to get the Agonyms.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay.
Frosty Fire actually really taking their time on this final pick.
Yeah, this final pick.
I think, actually, honestly, for Pacific Pink, I'm actually looking at
they could go
heroes
for
like
Zeus, I think.
Zeus. I think Zeus is okay
Yeah,
because they
Zeus is
could use
pretty
some
good
magic
here.
damage.
Yeah, magic damage is, I think, what they're lacking right now.
Yeah.
And Vision also.
I don't know. I feel like even if you pick the Zeus, right, it's still nothing. It's not good enough against the PA Magnus.
Bounty.
Hold up. Okay, this is okay. Now
Alright.
this is getting interesting. This is getting interesting.
Now this is your job, right? That's why Jijuan
Alright,
is
right,
here,
right.
right? The high MMR guy is here to explain to us why picks like Bounty Hunter come up. Because it is the mid Bounty Hunter,
Yeah,
right?
I think it is a
right?
mid bounty
I think
hunter.
it's a mid Bounty Hunter here. Like, I don't see how this is mid Juggernaut.
It could be mid. Okay, I think this is what's so crazy about the draft. It's such that they don't know who they can counter pick Pacific Pink's final pick based
Right,
on which
right.
hero they wanted to rush down mid. I think Bounty Hunter will fit well in their lineup in the sense that it really enables them to snowball down throughout the game. I mean, when you have heroes like Juggernaut that's super strong in the mid game, you have heroes like Ogre that can get their items
The
really fast.
timings do
Yeah.
match pretty well, right?
It sets in well, but one thing I'm really worried about for Frosty Fire is the lack of initiation. Unless you're asking
Right.
Ogre to get like Dagger or Coddle to initiate the Will-O-Wisp. I think it's...
But then there's an initiation once every 2 minutes.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's just... I'm not a huge fan of the Bounty Hunter mid. Ah, man.
But
Yeah, I'm
that's
not a fan of it.
quite scary, honestly, Bounty Hunter mid, right?
It does sound pretty scary for melee
You come
heroes.
online very, you come online for track with track really quickly.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you're able to snowball off that goal.
Yeah, I think
And
that's the reason
PA, while she has Empower, it still takes a while, right, to get there to that point in time where she is that crazy empowered Desolator bearing kind of carry.
Yeah, and here we actually have the Puck final pick. Actually, I thought this was really a really good pick because of the lack of stance coming up from Frosty Fire. They're really able to burst down. It's really going to be really hard for them to burst down this Puck.
Right,
And not to mention, it's a
right.
really good team fight control. It's so hard for you to escape from the PA.
Mhm.
PA is one of those heroes where I would say it's a very assassin-like nature.
Yep.
Where you have to fly around the map and just keep hitting throughout the whole team fight. And if you're able to kite PA, then PA is kind of useless, to be honest.
Right, but there's all the lockdown in the world here for PA, right?
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
control
there's
for
a lot
PA,
of control
and
for
all
PA.
PA has to do is like, oh, let's just look at who is, being locked down right now, who's being CC'd, and then I'm just going to go on that person. up here.
Exactly.
And then is there any sort of interrupt? Yeah, maybe you get that the Will-O-Wisp, but with a BKB, then nobody's really there to,
Yeah,
you're
I
not
agree with you
afraid.
on that fact.
you're not afraid of anybody.
But
So
I think at this point of time, Frosty Fire, they will have to... based on just the draft alone, I feel
Right.
like Frosty Fire might have the advantage in terms of laning.
Uh-huh.
However, throughout the
Wait.
mid-game...
I've never seen a Bounty Hunter versus Puck. Can you tell me how this goes?
Well, Bounty Hunter initially, I think is one of those heroes that can scale armor really high per level.
Right.
So Bounty Hunter should be able to withstand the right-click harass from
Okay.
Puck.
Okay, but Magic Burst also, right, from the Puck.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
quite a lot coming out. And there was also a recent buff to Puck, basically having that agility gain. So Puck does deal a little bit more right-click damage.
Yeah, and then there was, if I'm not mistaken, there was also a nerf to it based on the Jaunt. Like the Jaunt.
Right, yeah. Now Root affects, basically. Yeah, Root affects the Puck's ability to jaunt out of that. So let's say if you have an A-Toss or anything, then Puck cannot jaunt no matter what.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, with that said, down in the safe lane, we have Pain Super playing the Bounty Hunter.
It's
Safe
a carry.
lane.
It's a
Safe lane Bounty Hunter,
yeah.
alright. Mei playing the Lich as a position 5. Down in the mid lane, we have Mei playing the Juggernaut mid. And in the off lane, we have Cat Chaser playing the off lane Ogre Magi with the position 4 Coddle. played by Zara.
That's
Position
right.
4, Koto?
Position 4, Koto.
Okay.
Alright, I
Alright.
suppose.
Let's go, let's go.
Alright, and on the side of the Dire, Phantom Assassin is played by Sherry. Magnus is going to be going into the offlane actually, played by Naomi. And the Rubik will be played by KJ. NM on that Omnina as well as finally on that mid lane Puck X-Hit. Alright.
Oh man, I'm really excited to see this Juggernaut mid against Puck.
Yeah, Juggernaut mid against Puck. It's not the Bounty Hunter matchup we expected, but
Yeah, I mean, because when you play melee heroes, you often tend to get the Stout Shield compared to range heroes. So
Right.
that will definitely tank him up. Or maybe, I think Jug will be able to outlast hit this Puck.
probably, I think so. I
Yeah.
think Jug is able, and you know Jug has spin as well, right?
Mm.
So as long as the Puck doesn't get on top of Jug with the silence, then you know Juggernaut should be fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so
Should be a
it
2 for
looks
2.
like, yeah, it's a 2 for 2. They go in this side, yeah, so it's going to be a 2 for 2 rune. And wards have already been dropped down the mid lane, one over here, one over here.
I like this respect, 2 for
Right.
2 bounty. You invade my rune, I invade yours.
Alright,
Simple
I
as
want to
that.
watch, you know, I really want to watch mid lane, even though there probably won't be, you know, much kill potential here, unless, you know, one side really messes up. Or, but
I don't think it's going to be a lot of
no,
kill
I've
potential.
just not seen this lane before. That's why I'm
It's
just
going
like,
to be difficult. I think
yeah.
it's going to be difficult to kill each other because
yeah,
of
it's
how
difficult to kill. That's why I said like nobody's gonna die in this lane, you know. But we have to watch for first blood, obviously. Which,
yeah, the biggest question, will Ashley miss the first blood or not?
yeah, see, that's the important thing, right? You look at Mei already dropping very, very low. Went for the Frosty shield first, so not gonna be able to harass. Oh wait, I have a question here. Do you go for Frost shield or do you go for Frost blast first normally?
Actually, most of the time I actually go for the Frost Shield because of the
The
value.
shield, is
Yeah,
it?
for me, I think it really depends.
Right, but then it
I
makes
think
you
it's
a
Frost
lot
shield,
less
yeah.
of a lot weaker in terms of laning. Because you see, Frost Shield has a 30-second cooldown as opposed to Frost Blast, which has a 7-second cooldown.
Yeah, but it also depends on the heroes that you're playing with.
Right.
Like, for example, when you go with Juggernaut, I think with the Frost Shield is really good because of
Ah,
how
right,
it
the
stacks
spin,
with.
right?
Yeah,
I see.
exactly.
Right.
So this
okay.
actually comes to a surprise to me where they decide to lane the Lich with the Bounty Hunter instead of the Juggernaut.
Right, but I think Bounty Hunter kind of functions the same way, right? As long as it's a melee hero, it's not too bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Mid
So-
lane already, Juggernaut dropping very, very, very
Yeah.
low.
So much for the Stout
A
Shield.
lot of, you know, Stout Shield. What is Stout Shield anyway?
Yeah, what is Stout Shield gonna do
Yeah,
to
what
that?
is Stout Shield gonna
The
do?
illusionary orb is just so painful, man.
Magnus and the Kotal, you know, dicking it out here. Trading hits and, you know, wow, the course farm.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, that's the thing about position 4. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of it because I think it's so much better as a position 5.
Right.
You can get a better 4 in lane.
You don't have to be so greedy, right, actually.
I don't think it's about greed. I think it's about how much that hero can actually lay impact into the
Right.
lane. Like I personally, as an offlaner, I really value heroes like Mirana, Lina, Rubik. These heroes are that can actually zone the safe lane away.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know about Keep Up the Light. I feel like Keep Up
Versus Keeper versus the Magnus is not the best, right? Here.
I mean, then again, like I don't
Magnus
know.
is a skewer first, actually.
I think it's really awkward because Frosty Fire, they know that Pacific Pink has a weak safe lane.
Right.
And they could afford to pick something like maybe Lina or something stronger with the Ogre, but oh,
Oh,
Naomi.
the skewer into the tower, but it doesn't matter because the tower are actually tower's hitting the creeps to get the stun out onto the oh my goodness, Sherry taking so much damage. And see, wait a minute, how did the
All right, it's a double damage.
it's a double damage.
Double damage puck.
Okay, right, runes. Okay. See, we just talked about like the mid lane, like you know, it's kind of hard to kill, and you know they shouldn't be able to mess up that way. But Mei getting outlaned actually by X-Hit.
Yeah, X8 already having the superior last hit against the Juggernaut. 13 to 6 versus 7 to 2. That's almost twice the net worth.
Yeah, that feels
time.
bad, man.
It's not gonna be easy at this stage. Losing first blood 3 minutes in. But then again, first blood is just the first blood. It doesn't really mean anything.
But I mean, when it goes to the mid, right? Actually, I think that means quite
Actually,
a bit
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Because mid lane is where things can spiral off really quickly. And X8 right now, you know, 17 and 7. 7 and 2 of the Juggernaut, my goodness.
It's not gonna be an easy lane for him. But then again,
Yeah.
Juggernaut's one of those heroes that really capitalizes on that mid-game flow. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, remember, they have a bounty under their team.
Right,
All
right.
of these goals, he's literally the income giver. He's just gonna give you
Yeah, he's
throw
gonna
money.
steal money. Okay, it looks
Oh,
like they're gonna
Sherry.
be beating down upon Sherry. Body blocks left and right, but she's gonna blink away to the Magnus. Her savior is
Yeah.
gonna be just fine.
You see, this is the thing. This is, I mean, like, I don't want to be flaming this lane too hard. But then when you pair with Ogre, like, Ogre is really, really strong frontliner. Like, look at the health regen, just insane.
But you don't have
Ogre
somebody to
itself.
follow up much, right?
Exactly, exactly. And I don't think Koto's the right hero. Like, sure, you give the mana, but I think kill potential is still rather low.
Yeah, you're annoying, but you don't kill, you know.
But then again, I guess you can agree to the point, to an extent, that you don't really want to kill the safe lane. Because when you kill safe lane, they have to go all the way, when they come back and respawn, right? They'll come back with their Wraith Bands, they'll come back with their regen item. Everything's going to be perfect for them. Just nice for them.
Right, okay.
So that's why when I play, I think I was playing with Holler just yesterday. When I was playing Ogre, I always told him, wait, I don't want to kill now. Don't kill now. Don't kill now.
Right. You kind of want to keep them low, right? Because it's annoying. Right.
I mean, for me, I'm those kind of players that really just like to piss off the opponent.
Right. I mean, but because you're in the habit, you play in the off lane, right? I think off lane is when you're trying to, annoy the crap out of the safe laner.
Exactly. That's in a sense, that's how I would like to say it. In a nutshell.
You're trying to tilt the safe laner here.
I mean, that's what I like to do.
And look at that, diving past here.
Mei.
Nope, the silence is going to hit the... she didn't hit the wall. She gets the ward as well.
That is painful.
She didn't even expend coil, by the way.
That was painful.
Yeah, so that's a yikes because it's going to be 5 minutes and mid has already died twice. And you think who... Maybe, the Lich could have TP'd in, I'm not sure. Would that have helped out, with the Frost Shield or something like that?
It's magical damage. Number one is magical damage.
Right.
So I don't know if it'll do much. And the thing about Frosty Fire's lineup is that they don't really have supports that can actually assist in the gank.
I mean, yes, there's the Ogre with a stun, right?
Bounty
but that's about
low.
it. Yeah, Bounty Hunter's dropping very low in the bot lane, but still under the tower. Will be fine. Doesn't have a lot of regen. And same problem at top, just now. They didn't have enough regen, and they basically weren't able to trade as effectively.
I like the way how Pacific Pink is actually playing on this laning stage. They're just asserting so much dominance. I'm like, sure, look at their lanes. They're not exactly kill lanes, they're more of sustain lanes. So if I can sustain you in the lane, you're screwed. You can't come back.
Right, yeah.
When you draft heroes like Bounty Hunter, it is... I mean, these kind of heroes, they scale well based on kills, but it's not exactly the strongest laning hero, to be honest. In my opinion, I don't really like Bounty Hunters. Like, they're annoying, but their value in gold and a little bit of damage is just not enough. I mean, I don't really see Bounty as a threat, unless it's with Tinker.
So, Sherry being forced back to go into the jungle at 6 minutes in. That's not very... that's gotta be a bit worrying, huh?
I guess so. I mean, no, but that's the game plan. That's the game plan.
Puck actually goes in. The coil goes down as well. It's onto the Kotal only because Mei gets a stun immediately. Will they be able to take out the Kotal? They put her down.
The lift!
Snap it! Yeah, beautiful. The lift is what killed that old man.
Oh,
yeah, Mei gets a spin, but it doesn't really matter because well, your support who TP'd in, I'm not sure for what reason, because she TP'd in vision of the Puck as well.
I don't know. I think this is going to be really
tough. Did you see the TP coming in, right?
Yeah, look at this. Look at it. They're just diving in the towers.
They're just diving under the towers, tiling all over Frosty Fire.
X-Hate, no respect. Just going in there and laying waste. My goodness.
Did you know the tower actually gives you armor, but armor isn't magic resistant,
exactly,
right? So
exactly. It just throws your spells and my goodness, that is insane. That is just insane. What? The supports are nothing to Puck.
Yeah.
When you gang the Puck, but it turns out that the Puck actually ganks you instead.
Yeah. Alright, looks like, Pacific think they want to go on to the Ogre Magi, but they being 3, but, nobody actually gets anything out of this. Alright, so it looks like, okay, the Puck is going to be the one, driving the tempo for Pacific Pink.
Yeah,
very...
I like the fact that she's actually going in for the boost of travels. It really allows them.
Oh, that's a super greedy build, isn't it?
I won't say it's greedy. I'll just say it really allows your team to push in or like get more map dominance in a certain way.
Right. So because normally I thought you would want to go for Blink first. Then you go for boots of travel after that.
I can argue against that.
Okay, gets the coil again onto Kotal. Lift up, drag down. She's going to break the leash. No, she's running around. It's still going to be about Omni Slash. If she does have a... Oh my goodness, X-Hate completely styling on that. It doesn't matter what this Omni Slash does because, level 1 Omni Slash is kind of awful. There's nothing much you can really do.
I'm like, if you take a look at Mei's items, she needs a Stout Shield, a full magic wand, and a Quelling Blade. She doesn't even have boots.
And a bottle. And a bottle.
Yeah, and a bottle. Okay, the bottle... Okay.
That's the most valuable item
right
now.
But you build bottle against Puck is gonna be quite challenging because Puck is one of those heroes that can contest the runes so much.
Right?
Yeah. I think it's just hard for you to contest the runes against Puck.
And then now the thing is that you see, Mei needs more support, right? So now they bring in more support, and then basically you can be like, alright, Puck is gonna go around make moves, and I'll leave, my underleveled Rubik to take the lane instead, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think right now what Mei I won't say what she should do, but what she should watch out for is that if the lane is unwinnable, she needs to find a farm. Remember, in this whole game, the only person that can scale best from last hits is you, Juggernaut. Is from Juggernaut. So it's her duty to find her farm. If she cannot find that, it's going to be in a lot of trouble for this Juggernaut. Scaling to the jungle is one option. I think she can afford to do that.
And
but
she also has this medium camp here, right? That she's gonna take on
yeah,
this side
exactly.
here.
I think it's gonna be tough. I wouldn't blame her so much because it is really quite difficult.
Was the lane sort of set up for her to lose this lane like that?
I mean, I've never seen this lineup before. Actually,
Yeah, I've never seen this before, so that's why I'm like, what is going on?
I mean, they really want to play with this Bounty Hunter. It's the same thing that what Asterix did in the previous game, where they really focused their spells and everything on Magic Juggernaut. So I think this is Frosty Fire's game plan right now. They just want to try and give this Juggernaut the farm, give them the space, and then scale off from there.
Alright, so PA, you can afford to go for very standard item build, right? Like Deso into BJB kind of thing.
I like it how the moment she got tracked, she just backed the heck out of that. Like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm going back to the jungle. See ya.
Alright, they're gonna catch the Omni Knight, but Heavenly Grace is gonna be there to remove, you know, any of that mana leak. And now it looks like, oh, Adam in a bit of trouble. Remember, she's quite near a shrine. But will he be able to run away? Yeah, Puck is here, does have the coil for backup. Adam will, you know, just trot her way through the jungle. They get tossed. Oh, they get tracked actually. And looks like they want to be going in for this fight. They get the stun out into Puck. The spin, the multicast is doing a lot of work. The chase with the coil. In the end, the Puck gets out. Oh my goodness. Mimi chasing for more. She gets the Omni. Oh no! But in the end, the Guardian Angel was popped. And you know what? Omni Slash doesn't do damage to Guardian Angel.
Can't kill her.
And now looks like they're gonna go out. And there's so much damage coming out from X hit. All that Magic Fairy does, you know, removing all the HP from the side of the Radiant. And you know what? Oh, actually Rubik will drop in the end as well as Omni Knight. Wait, this looks like a more greater disaster for the Radiant, but somehow.
Okay, that was.
X hit. Oh no, not cancelling the. Not cancelling the TB. Didn't have them. You wanted to steal
My goodness. Omni Knight with the head purification and stacks on top of Puck spells. That's an insane amount of damage.
Alright, but on the sidelines here, Naomi caught out here and will be taken down. So actually that looked really good for the Dire, but it didn't quite work out, huh?
I think it swung in favor of Frosty Fire in that team fight. If
right, yeah. And there was a track kill as well, you know, on
track kill. Yeah, so that's the thing. This is their comeback routine. This is how Frosty Fire is going to come back from this. It's how they revolve around the Juggernaut pick. How to get those stuns and those track kills to really ensure that snowball potential for the team.
Right.
Down the mid lane.
Mid lane to stun out onto the Rubik again. Rubik dropping very, very low, but Puck here with the coil, the follow-up. Bounty Hunter going instead onto the Rubik. So they drop down the Puck, sorry, they drop down the Ogre instead. Ogre's gonna go down, but as does the Bounty Hunter. Lich, I'm sorry, I'm not that interested in Lich after all. They're gonna find a Bounty Hunter, he is dusted up, silenced up, Magic Fairy dust. Oh, they dropped the they dropped the Will-O-Wisp as well. It's gonna dissuade them right now. They're gonna hit that little ball of light and take it out, and that will be a defensive Will-O-Wisp being used,
but that's gonna be
Pain Super lives.
That's going to be 120 seconds down on the Will-O-Wisp. It's going to be quite tough to take the next fight, especially when Mei has Omni Slash available.
Right. Mei does have Omni Slash, but again has phase boots this time.
Actually, this is quite interesting. I don't know if this is like a legitimate strat, but Bounty Hunter got his drums. Bounty Hunter already has the drums. But at the same time, Juggernaut is also going for another drums.
Oh.
Is that going to work? That's the thing. I'm a little bit confused.
I don't like it. I think because you know you're gonna be unless Juggernaut is going to be like, okay, you know what, you guys go fight fight all the time, and I'm gonna be fighting alone. I'm gonna be farming alone, right?
Look at the mess.
Maybe that makes sense that way. You look at this tier 2, already taken so much damage.
Mei can't do anything.
Yeah, Mei can't do anything. She can't defend. She just has to hope that her team is, you know, pressuring the other part of the map, which they kind of sort of are. They do see the Omni Knight, they track him up. Let's see if he's going to be able to remove it. No, but he has no Heavenly Grace. Actually, going to get blasted forward, but not forward enough. Does have a shrine. And has the Magnus as well. Yeah, Magnus.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Wait, he has Stick and has RP as well. So no, don't chase off the high ground, guys. It's kind of dangerous. All right. Look at that. Now Omni Knight with the Empower as well, you know, going to be chomping down onto these couple of creeps here. While they take that bot lane, that bot tower there. And now the coil, after the spin was being used, there is an Omni Slash up, put down again in the end, but not enough to stun her. Not enough to break the coil, I mean, and now they'll be chasing for more. Nope, they can't.
Yeah, Puck just got a dagger as well. So
initiation problems, right?
No, but Puck just got a dagger, so I think this is going to be quite interesting.
So that's terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, Frosty Fire's in a little bit of a hiccup here.
A little bit, I think it's a lot. Sir,
Yeah.
it is 14 minutes and they are 5k net worth ahead.
Yeah.
Want to see what DOTA buff has to say?
Let's take a look at the graph. Let's take a look at the graph.
Okay,
Oh,
before
but
we bet
first,
right now, there's a silence out on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut does not have a Manta, so I will not be able to get up. But there is a bounty. There's
you're gonna
bounty in
expect
the
a jump to
neighborhood.
farm a
Alright,
Manta
she's
in
mana leaked
40.
actually. She's tracked as well. Right now, money gets stolen. She gets stolen. You know, she
Oh,
gets
let's go,
stuck
let's
up
go.
a little bit. But it doesn't matter. Again, they have no lockdown for her puck. Okay, back to the point. DOTA buff.
DOTA buff. What about it?
Bet. We've got to bet how much. What is the win percentage for Pacific Pink?
Oh my goodness, Pacific Pink. I think I have to say at this point in time it's around like 80%. Definitely 80%.
Okay, I'm going to go with 88%. Okay.
88%.
Yeah, I'm going to go 88%.
You're gonna challenge 80%.
Ha! 86%.
What the? That's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair?
Okay, that aside, the smoke of deceit is popped. Naomi is scouted, but
Stun out onto the
Oh.
Magnus, but then what do you do after that? Ooh, then now what?
oh man, I don't like. Okay, if I take a look at catch, bottom May.
Mei.
Smells them out.
P is in the area here. Mei, wait, there are two Mei here, and I realize I don't know how to differentiate now. Now maybe it's gonna pop there. They do have
look
the
at
Guardian
this.
Angel that being popped. Yes,
Nice
that's right.
one.
Oh, but a beautiful control from the Cottle is actually doing a lot of work, and now Sherry's gonna pick herself up to the high ground and will be just fine.
Whoa,
Goes
disengage!
there. Oh, a beautiful disengage from Naomi. I think she's gonna be the sacrificial lamb actually. She's gonna be coming out and trying to pick out things, but in the end, at the top here, I think it is Omni Knight who will go down first. Omni Knight burning down very slowly.
Oh,
yes,
but
a beautiful RP coming in,
Sherry.
and now Sherry, but Sherry's super
Crit,
low.
crit.
I don't think she should go out. Crit, no! The Jade Frost doing so much work. Actually, go back out to two of them, and yeah, Cottle goes down in the end. Oh my goodness, Frost.
Fall down on Frosty 5. Where did that puck come from? Just came out from nowhere.
Well,
I just love the way how Pacific Pink just cut it in and out of the fight, just
Yeah.
waiting for the puck to get to them.
well, the PA did die though. She was kind of low. What was she?
But
was
they
she
won
hoping
the
for a
fight.
crit? Yeah, was she
They
hoping
won the
for a
fight.
crit?
Yeah, there were no crits there.
There were no
unfortunately.
crits, you know? Like throughout the entire fight that she was hitting,
You wanna
there were no crits whatsoever.
you wanna get good at Dota, you gotta toggle crits, man. You gotta toggle
Just
the
toggle
crit.
crits, or you
Just
buy
press
Dota,
crit.
buy Dota Plus Premium. That's how you get the crits. Right.
I mean, a secret that I always do whenever I play Spirit Breaker is whenever I'm like hitting someone, I'll just keep spamming my E. Even though my E is a passive, I'll keep spamming
Yeah,
the
but
bash
if
button.
you
It's
press
like,
it right,
bash,
yeah, basically it activates it that way, right?
That was unreal.
Oh, the
exits.
other Mei going down, well, but to exit, right? So we should just keep eyes on, eyes on exit all the time because she's so incredibly mobile and makes so much moves. all
Mei
around
Mei
that.
and Mei Mei.
Ooh. Right. Okay. So Uger going for an Aghanim Scepter. Is this the way to go?
Okay, now this is the thing about Aghanim Scepter build. Like, you have to understand your role in the game, which is like you, at this point in time, you are the tank. And you need to build tank items. The Aghanim
Cottle, the old man, and the coils drop down on top of Ogre Magi, super strong as well. Purification of the cat chaser, the stuns goes out, but the skewer, sorry, not the skewer, but you know, it is Magnus gonna pull
Exit
it
has a
back in,
Dagon!
Oh wait, Axie has a Dagon? Oh what?
She has a
Wait,
Dagon.
didn't she just get her blink?
Wait, what? She's
Just got
17
blink
minutes, she has a dagger, she has a travel, now a Dagon.
She just got her blink.
Hold up. Hold up, what's going
Alright,
on?
I don't know, but they're 10k net worth lead ahead. I think they can afford to do anything. Alright, Bounty Hunter wandered it a little bit too far, and that will be a very dead Bounty Hunter.
Man, that was scary. Wait, if the puck just comes up to you at 17 minutes with a dagger and a
so
Dagon.
that was a stolen Chain Frost from Rubik, by the way. Might as well just use it,
Not
right?
bad.
Because it was going to
Okay.
expire very
Okay.
soon. See, it was going to expire very soon, so she's like, might as well.
Okay, now look at Olga. She has a brown boost, she has a Midas, she has an Aghanim. She has an Aghanim. So now
Right, so Ogre
let's get the
is
show on the road,
most-
boys.
Ogre
Let's
is
go.
the most farmed on her team here, right?
I mean, come on, she has a Midas, she has a multicast Midas.
Right. But the thing is, okay, does the Aghanims change anything?
Maybe more lockdown, I guess. I suppose more lockdown. But then again, when you're doing it on heroes with under the effect of the Heavenly Grace. Yeah, Heavenly Grace.
Right.
They have status resistance, so I don't know if the stun's gonna last that long.
So, okay, but the thing is, right, also, apparently, so Heavenly Grace has to be applied before the stun duration.
Exactly. Yeah. For that's
So
for the
that
status
you-
resistance.
Yeah, that's right. So you've got to apply it to the puck first, as the puck goes in, right?
Will you do it on
or-
puck or will you do it on PA? I
Or
think
PA,
it'll be
yeah.
more on
So I think
PA.
for now you want to put it on the puck, but I think subsequently later on when it's PA, doing the heavy lifting here, then you want to go on that PA, right? Because right now TPA has the Desolator as well as the BKB, so maybe right now, actually yeah, I think PA could definitely be the one now who's got the Heavenly Grace on them.
Yeah, at this point of time, this game just looks so one-sided in favor of
It's
Pacific
super
Pink.
one-sided.
Yeah,
But
but
what can Frosty Fire do to get back in this game here?
I think right now what they really need is for Juggernaut to get her items. At least some staple items. Oh man. She's
Let's
actually
have
going
a
for
Javelin.
she's actually going for the mill.
Maelstrom. You agree with the Maelstrom?
I thought she would go for more. I thought she would stack more on the stats instead.
So you would have preferred a Yasha maybe?
I would approve for Yasha, maybe
Right.
Diffusal, but right
Yeah,
now
Yasha
you go for a
Diffusal.
mill, your health is so low. Like sure, it gives you more farm potential, but right now
you
it's so hard
don't
for you to
have
find
the
a
time
farm.
to farm, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have the time to farm. They're just running at you at this point in
Right.
time. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of small little mistakes coming up on the ends of Frosty Fire. Like I really am against that first item rush on the Academics on the Ogre.
Yeah.
Without Soul Ring, without Brace. I mean, Brace is okay. You can say you win the lane without the stats. It's okay. But you go Academics without the Soul Ring is a bit hard.
I thought that maybe, the fact is that, their team lacks catch, right? Maybe the Ogre might have gone for, I mean, if you can go for an Aghanim, right, you're basically almost on the way there to a Hex, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so, but that's expecting a lot to get a Hex all of a sudden.
Yeah, as in instead of rushing the Aghanim.
Oh, we got the RP going on.
The RP on the other side actually catches out. And
Oh, but she got the Omni Slash.
Omni Slash off actually, and she's gonna finish off that Magnus living
That's
on a
one.
sliver of health.
That's a win,
Maybe
that's a win.
Yeah, that's kind of a win. That's kind of a win. That's a much needed kill. But the Juggernaut didn't get that. It is actually the Ogre. Oh no.
Nah, not just that, but they expended a lot of resources. Like, check it out. Now Will-O-Wisp is down again for
Yeah,
1 minute and 30
down
seconds.
for the count. They still have Coil. You lose like you lose your Magnus, but it's just a support right here. At this point in time, isn't Magnus just an empower machine?
She just, I mean, that is the role of the position 5. Just stack cams. Just stack cams, give the PA and
She
power.
just happens to have a BKB piercing, a BKB piercing, what do you call it, ultimate.
Stun, exactly. It's
Yeah,
so
that's
difficult.
all.
I think, honestly, I feel that the reason why Pacific Ping is just having so much of an advantage is, first of all, is because of the way how they play their lanes, and number 2 is actually because of their draft. I really think this could be a draft issue.
I mean, the Magnus PA, that was just like, I'm going to win this game, and I'm going to win it in the easiest way possible, the least effort,
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see the idea in Frosty Fire, where they really want to snowball. That's why they pick heroes like
The
Bounty Hunter to stop PA in the jungle. She did the job. The Bounty Hunter did the job. But is that the right hero that you want to follow up or not? Like, drafting that Juggernaut mid was really risky. I would say cocky.
Right. Alright.
But
so
overall, I still feel that it's got to do with the Ogre Magi, like not fulfilling the role of the tank itself.
Even though super tanky, but not really able to do anything much. Oh my goodness, that's an Ogre down. KJ. Ooh,
KJ getting on
Zara,
the
you gotta get yourself out of there.
Run.
Oh no, they see her
Run,
right now.
Gandalf.
She can sling
Oh
forward
my
and
goodness,
all
what?
the crits. Remember, she wasn't critting just now. Now the crits are back online.
The Desolator plus the crit.
Yeah.
Insane, man.
Kotor
Insane.
doesn't stand a chance at all, has like 3 armor. Status resist 0%, physical resist 17%, so...
And not to mention that Omni Knight has a medallion.
Ah,
So when you
dude,
stack up the armor reduction,
dude,
it's just
and when she
it's
gets
just
the
insane.
solar crest,
oh
you
my
there's no way you kill this.
Look at that, it
Ah,
just blows him up,
ah,
man.
help! There was a bounty hunter there, by the way. Alright, you throw the chain frost. Congratulations, the creeps. You farm all the creeps. Oh, no, don't share this, but I think they're fine. You know what? We'll share the chain frost because we are teammates, right?
Total armor reduction. Like, look at that. What? This is insane. Is this allowed? Wait, is this Dota?
I'm not sure. I don't think we're allowed to broadcast.
Ice Frog.
We may not be allowed to be broadcasting such violence, on Twitch and Facebook.
Am I the quick and painless death? Quick and painless death.
It's a 7 to 21 at 22 minutes in the game. That's gotta be.
Oh, there we go.
It's
It's
okay,
an
I
ogre.
don't even want to watch this anymore.
It's an ogre. That's an ogre, by the way.
2 hits, no brain. It doesn't matter if you're 2 hits.
That's an ogre with 2000 HP and he just knocks her down.
It doesn't matter. This is a PA with Desolator and Power and BKB as well. And then Aegis, yeah. This hurts to watch. This hurts to watch.
Sherry's on fire, but look at
Yeah,
look
right.
at Bounty Hunter.
Right.
Beyond godlike.
Beyond godlike for the puck, and I think that's going to be looking well played. There is no way back into
Hey,
this
they're not
game.
backing down. They're not backing down. They didn't come all
They're
the way
not
here to back
backing
down this
down, yeah.
easily. They're holding on. They have the Will-O-Wisp. They have the Omni Slash.
Alright,
The
they do
last
have
final
Will-O-Wisp coming
stand.
up, like 7 seconds coming up. Sherry right now still has the Aegis. has the
Sherry's
Bastion.
level 17, man.
She has a Bastion. That's not bad.
Oh my goodness.
Juggernaut. There was the Juggernaut.
Api!
Okay, the Will-O-Wisp. It's coming out. It's on to 4. Okay, but the Guardian Angel is top as well. And they're all being controlled up right now, but there is an Aegis still on PA, remember that. Okay, so Zara trying to control them up. Eventually
Oh
they will
my
pop
God.
that Aegis onto the PA, but not before the Juggernaut goes down already. And
PA is still alive. She has BKB.
yeah, she's BKB, so there's no way they're gonna kill this. They could take down the Magnus, maybe.
This is disgusting.
Maybe, but you know, I don't know what they could really do about this thing. Ogre goes forward again. Now
Let's
it's trying to be
go.
controlled up again, but
Let's-
really they have no control for a puck whatsoever. Ogre
This
buys
is-
back.
what?
Koppel buyback.
This is fountain camping.
Yeah, fountain camping and fountain fishing.
Unstoppable.
Completely different.
Oh my
There's no
goodness.
respect for this whatsoever.
They can't stop. They're throwing bodies.
Don't.
Frosty Fire is just throwing bodies. They can't hold him.
Sherry. Alright, GGWP is called by Meme, and that will be Pacific Ping taking this game. Pre-25 minutes, 8-30.
That was.
That's a big yikes, man. We just watched like classic PA plays, right? I told you, see, in the least effort, right? We will win you with the least effort when you pick a PA Magnus. That's just what you're saying, right? When you're picking PA Magnus. Because all you have to do is empower the PA, let the PA farm, she puts a Death of BKB, and she's completely unstoppable. Like, what could they have done here?
This was total slaughter, man.
Yeah,
Like, okay. I think if I'm gonna do a breakdown from what happened, I mean, okay, for Pacific Ping, they played their same usual strategy. That's one thing that I really admire for the team is that regardless of what happens, they always play with the same tempo. Like I told you, when they hit their item timings, when Omni Knight had their medallion, had their Vlads, they stuck together with Sherry. Once Sherry was able, she felt that she could fight, she took those fights and she just won every single one from there on. So this is what I mean by how teams actually snowball based on the tempo of the game.
Right.
And I think Pacific Ping just executed that perfectly.
And even understanding, let's say, what kind of items work very well. So I really like the Vlads as well as the medallion on the Omni Knight here. Because Vlads, obviously, you don't want PA to be building it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you as the offlaner, you get the Vlads for her and then she's able to lifesteal off. And then so she herself doesn't have to go for that lifesteal talent. Did she go for the lifesteal talent in the end?
Was
she
she
went
even
for the...
Cleave?
Oh yeah, she went for the cleave, of course. Like, I
Just
mean, I
stack
was
it up.
thinking to myself, like, you know, you have the cleave plus the lifesteal. Which one do you choose? More cleave, maybe?
And power, I mean, you have it all. You have it all. I mean, it's so
right?
strong.
Like, yeah, you don't even need it. Like, you could just skip 15, you know, and gone straight. Like, maybe, okay, I'll just go for the armor corruption later on.
I think Frosty Fire, like, top lane was okay, but I think top lane and bottom lane was okay, but the middle lane, Juggernaut against Puck,
Juggernaut got absolutely destroyed.
I mean,
1-4 and 4.
I can't blame so much onto the players itself because, yeah, I think it will be quite a tricky lineup to be in.
So was it the draft then, maybe? That was
I felt
the issue here?
I mean, there were some heroes that I saw that were pretty viable. Like I told you about Invoker, Shadow Demon. You decided to pick Lich instead. I mean, the Lich does give you more armor. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, but not against the burst damage from the PA. It's just I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
Right. Okay. And then I mean, you look at, let's say you look in terms of like damage dealt by heroes, right? Ogre Magi dealt 14k damage.
That's the thing about the Aghanims.
Right. But you look at the rest of the players here. Mimi dealt 8k only. Yeah.
I mean, she didn't really get the easiest lane of her life.
She
It was
didn't,
really
for
tough.
sure.
I thought it was a really tough game.
And the Omni slashes were always negated by Guardian Angel here, right? Every time there was like slash Guardian Angel.
But another thing is also, I think for Frosty Fire, I think you can actually see in their playstyle. Like I was just telling Chizinga earlier on that
Right.
for all these kind of LAN playoffs, all of these like attention and everything really gets to the players. So it's really important for them to keep their cool. Because from how I see Frosty Fire, how they play in the playoffs, they play it so well, they play it so well together.
That's true. This is not a Frosty Fire.
Yeah, this is not
that
Frosty Fire.
I know as well.
They're not
you're
playing the game that they normally have. So I think this has to do with confidence. Maybe it's the pressure of the area.
Yeah,
So
I
maybe
mean, we are at, you know, a live arena here, as you can see in the background here. We're at Bounty Arena, and there, you know, there are people walking by, they're looking, and just walking in, you know, because I mean, that's what you can do here, right? You can just walk in, you can take a look, and you know, just check out the games and the girls and what's going on here, because, well, it's interesting, right? You know, especially if you know, you don't really know Dota, and then you're walking by and you're like, hey, this looks interesting. There are girls here and they're playing some games here, like that.
There are girls here playing some games.
Yeah.
This is Dota 2. This is a merciless game, man.
It is quite a. I mean, we just watched that game, right? That was brutal, savage, wrecked kind of.
Brutal,
game.
savage,
yeah,
wrecked.
that was a brutal, savage, wrecked level kind of game. I was like, I didn't really want to watch this, but okay. So we're actually going to be heading into an interview with KJ. All right, KJ played that Rubik, okay, and I believe she's also the drafter for Pacific Pink. So that will be something to look forward to for sure. Okay, so anyway, any other final thoughts on the game here? You know, is it just draft better?
I think
or
Pacific Pink, this has
get
to
their
do.
nerves together, or what kind of advice would you give to Frosty Fire for their next match?
I mean, like, first of all, you're playing against Pacific Pink, which by far is, I think, a much more experienced team.
Right.
So on behalf of Frosty Fire, what they could do better maybe is, I think it's really got to do with the setting. They're not used to this. Maybe it's the first game here for them in Singapore, and it's got to do with a lot of pressure. And like I said, this is not the playstyle that I'm used to seeing them play.
Right.
They were not
right.
composed. They were all over the place. They weren't composed. They weren't playing as one team. So hopefully, maybe next games that we'll be seeing them play, it'll be a lot better.
Hopefully they've adjusted, you know, to the atmosphere here, and you know they are just not so
Just
not so anxious maybe. I think.
Hopefully the loss doesn't get to them. It's only the first game.
I mean, this is of course just the playoffs, you know. The next game we'll be having will be between. It's a huge game, by the way. Okay, it's between Pacific Pink and Asterisk.
Oh.
That's a huge game.
Okay,
guys.
okay, I want to watch this.
These are the top two teams from each of the group stages, okay? So that's why I'm especially hyping this particular game because, you know, Pacific Pink, the top team of Group A versus versus Asterisk, the top team of Group B. So that's going to be pretty freaking hyped. I'm really looking forward to that, and we will be casting the next game, will you?
Yeah, I will be here.
Right, you'll be here.
Analyst.
Oh no, I won't be there.
We'll
be bringing on Holler again, okay? But
you
I'll
won't
be
be
watching
missed.
from the side. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. I don't think you'll miss my insults anyway. So.
I mean, we have Holler. We will be having Holler.
Yeah, it's okay. Holler will be the one, you know, who'll take my place and start flaming you instead. So, yeah. All right. So basically, you know, get your nerves together because playing at a LAN event is very different, and you could get very overwhelmed and you could get very worried about things. So you know, sometimes when you are playing at a LAN event, how would you try to calm your nerves? Because let's say you mentioned, you know, you haven't been playing for a very long time, right? And you haven't been casting for a very long time. So.
I mean, I did participate in a few tournaments like before, and yeah, I think it was a really. I don't know. Honestly, when it comes, just stick with your team. Just believe in your gut feeling. Stick with your team.
Believe in your team.
Believe in your teammates.
Believe in your teammates. Okay, so we'll be passing the time over to Shufei, who will be bringing us that, you know, exciting interview with KJ from Pacific Pink. As you can see now, they're on the stage and you know, believing in their team, right? Yeah. Teammates, handshakes going all around.
Solid handshakes.
Yeah. So
respect.
all right, so Pacific Pink really completely
this
fearsome.
is super strong.
I was like,
really strong
it was not very pleasant to watch. You know, one team gets stomped all over. All right, so as the team clears off, we're gonna hand the time over to Shufei, who will be interviewing KJ. So to you, Shufei.
KJ from Pacific Pink, congratulations on the win. Okay, so I just have a few questions to ask you. Okay, so that was a very, I mean, I don't know, I felt like that game was quite easy for you guys. How were you guys feeling throughout the match?
Actually, we're just having fun, just playing the heroes that we practiced, and of course we prepared a lot for this tournament. That is why I think we won that game easily. We just do what we do best. Good game.
That's nice, that's nice. Okay, so from what I know is you guys will be going up against Asterisk later. So how are you guys feeling about that?
Actually, I'm quite excited. I think we've never been like played together in LAN tournament. We always play online, so I think it's the first time we played together, so I'm pretty excited and I'm looking forward to this match against them.
Oh, that's great, that's great. Okay, so would you say that they're the opponent that you guys are most looking forward to play against?
Yes, of course. They are strong.
Nice. All right, thank you so much, KJ. Thank you for your time. So, GG, well played to both teams. Good luck for your next match.
Thanks.
All right, so I'll have that. Thank you. Okay, so FSL Elite is brought to you by Dreamcore Bounty Arena and Super Solid. So we're going to prepare for our next game. Just stay tuned because our next game will be against between Asterisk and Pacific Pink. So don't go anywhere, guys.